We're always thinking about value, right? What's this worth? What's that worth? But have you ever stopped to wonder, what's the value of a single person, a single soul, from heaven's perspective? That's exactly what we're going to dive into today. And to really get to the heart of this, we're going to start with this incredible metaphor, a parable that Jesus told, which honestly sets the whole stage for understanding what ultimate value even means.
So picture this. You've got this merchant, a guy who knows his stuff. He's an expert in value. And he stumbles upon this one single pearl. And his reaction, it's totally extreme. He doesn't just haggle a price. No, he goes and sells everything. He liquidates all his assets just to get his hands on this one pearl. This is so much more than a business deal, you know? It's about total, absolute commitment.
Okay, so what in the world does this ancient story have to do with us, right now? Well, let's break down this metaphor and figure out what heaven considers its most valuable treasure. And here it is, the big idea. That pearl of great price, the thing we're selling everything for, it's a symbol for a single human soul. Not a crowd, not a country, just one person. The whole point is that from heaven's point of view, every single individual has this immense singular value. Why? Because each soul is seen as completely unique, made in the image of God. So how do you even put a price on that? Well, according to this perspective, a soul isn't just, precious. It's a treasure so valuable that its worth is measured by the very life of Jesus Christ. I mean, that's the incredible theological weight we're talking about here. And when you think about it like that, it completely changes the goal of outreach, doesn't it? The whole point isn't just about growing an organization or, adding numbers to a tally sheet. It's about searching for and finding individual treasures. Every single person is that one pearl, the one that's worth absolutely everything. Okay, but this can all feel a little abstract, right? So how does this idea actually play out in real life? Well, the source material gives us this amazing personal story that shows this exact principle in action. So this is Pastor Chris, and he's talking about his own life. Back when he was a teenager, he was distracted, maybe kind of lost, like a lot of us are at that age. But there was this one person who saw something more. He didn't just see a restless kid, he saw a pearl that was worth going after. So what did this guy do? Was it some grand, complicated plan? Not at all. It was actually super simple. He just followed up. Consistently, he reached out personally, and he helped the kids stay focused. That's it. Just these simple, repeatable things. But they were all driven by this deep belief in the value of that one person. And here's the really crucial part. The result of all that persistence, that one-on-one follow-up, it didn't just help some teenager out. No, it literally rescued a destiny. It kicked off a ministry that would end up impacting countless other people. That's the kind of ripple effect you get when you truly value one single soul. And this idea, this intense focus on the individual, it's not just a one-off thing. It gets reinforced again really powerfully in another super famous parable, the story of the lost sheep. Seriously, just think about this for a second. You've got a shepherd with 100 sheep. 99 of them are perfectly safe, but one wanders off. What does he do? He leaves the 99 behind to go find that one. And this verse tells us that heaven's reaction is exactly the same. A huge celebration over the return of just one person. The entire focus, the whole reason for all this joy in heaven, it all comes down to this one number. 1. Not the 99 that were already in the fold, but the one that was found. And to put this in really stark contrast, the text says the joy over that one returning sinner is actually greater than the joy over the 99 who didn't need to repent. I mean, that's a pretty radical way to think about where value and attention should really go, isn't it? Okay, so what does all this mean for you and me? The point here isn't just to get a cool concept. It's about seeing how this actually applies in our own lives. So let's make this really personal. I bet there's someone popping into your head right now. A friend, maybe a family member, a coworker. Well, that person, they're not just another face in the crowd. From this heavenly perspective, they're seen as heaven's absolute delight, a pearl of truly inestimable value. And going after that pearl, well, it looks a whole lot like what that man did for Pastor Chris. It's practical stuff. It's praying for them, calling them, maybe visiting them, encouraging them. It's all about that follow-up. And the big one, it's about refusing to give up on them. Why? Because you get it. You understand the immense value of the person you're reaching out to. So let's just end with this thought. When you look around at your own life, your relationships, your community, who is that one person? Who is the pearl that God has placed right there in your world, just waiting to be discovered and treasured? Now that's really something to think about.